Picture this: the rap game's toughest, coldest, most fearless voices, men and women who built their entire reputations on being untouchable, suddenly go quiet when one name enters the conversation. Eminem, Slim Shady, the rap god. Call him what you want. But behind the cameras, behind the smoke and mirrors of the industry, there's a whispered truth that few dare to speak out loud. Rappers are terrified of him. Not just out of respect, not just because he can out-rap anyone alive. No, we're talking about something deeper, darker, something the industry has been covering up for years. Rumors of secret meetings, rappers pulling songs at the last minute after hearing a single leaked verse, families torn apart by diss tracks that never even made it to radio. Producers warning their artists to stay in line because going at Eminem doesn't just end careers, it destroys them. And fans are piecing together clues, old interviews, subliminal shots in tracks, all pointing to a chilling reality. Eminem holds power in the rap world that no one wants to challenge. But why? What is it about Eminem that has the entire rap industry shook to its core? Tonight, we dig into the real reason rappers are scared of Eminem. And trust me, it's not what you think. From the heated rap battles as B-Rabbit in 8 Mile 2 ruining MGK's rap career in a matter of weeks. These are the real reasons why rappers are so scared of Eminem. You don't even need to look at Eminem's face to know the rapper's got a lot of pent-up anger. His songs literally fire people up. But there's one thing most people can't seem to wrap their heads around. Why are rappers scared to diss Eminem? A lot of people within the rap industry forget that the man came up as a battle rapper. He's a lyrical genius who absolutely destroyed MGK's career in rap, and let's not forget how defensive he is. We all know that if you diss Eminem, he's gonna come back and send you for a dirt nap, but it's not all about fear, it's also about respect. Most of the young cats coming up in the rap game right now, especially Gen Z who grew up listening to him and watching him on screen, this destroying Papa Doc in the final rap battle scene in 8 Mile, don't want to mess with him and have a lot of respect for him as an artist. On top of that, there are a bunch of rappers out there that can't even get him to feature, let alone get him to respond to a disc. And even if they somehow manage to, Eminem doesn't just drop a bar or two on you, that man gonna get your whole life story together, find something he can use and make you wish you never said his name, and with Thatcher you'll get popular, might even go viral, but it won't be for the right reasons. When M releases the song and fans break down the lyrics, it's gonna be game over. In fact, he doesn't love the way you lie, and he's gonna bring everything out to the public. Remember the one thing he hovers above his rivals' heads? Clout. Eminem's reach within the industry is literally so deep that you'll risk your entire career if you try to diss it. Sure, a lyrical beef like a rap feud is gonna be super entertaining, but if you try taking things too far, like dropping Halle Jade's name for instance, M's cloud within the music industry will leave you rapping in your mom's basement. And let's just say it's hard to diss someone for something if they totally own it. Seriously, have you seen anyone who actually managed to win a disc battle with him? I don't think so. At the same time, I wouldn't go as far as saying he's untouchable, because no one is. In fact, think about Meek Mill. He was a battle rapper too, and he just about lost his career too. Drake, who's known for his softer pop-influenced songs. I know there are a bunch of amazing lyricists out there. We've got Kendrick Lamar, J.I.D. Joyner, Lucas Earl, Sweatshirt, and so many more, and they've definitely got the skill to write a sick diss track and executed with just as much finesse as you'd expect from Eminem. But will they do it? Oh hell no. Even if they did, rap thieves don't always have a clear winner. I mean, in the MGK beef, a lot of you out there still think that he won, but it's pretty hard to descend because of one reason: he wears his flaws on his sleeves. M's been dissed so many times before that no one really has anything on him anymore, so maybe rappers aren't really afraid to diss him. They're just smart enough to know better. M didn't even leave his own mother out of this either. Remember the last verse in Cleaning Out My Closet? Now I would never diss my own mama just to get recognition. And even in the chorus, you'll see how he kept warning his mom about what was going to happen in the song. And we all know his childhood was pretty dark, lonely, and his mother's bad habits played a major role in his development. For example, he mentioned her popping prescription pills in the kitchen. On top of that, he even mentioned his daughter, saying that she's growing up, but his mother will never get a chance to meet her. That's ice cold and pretty explicit, to say the least. Basically, you gotta go past his talent as a rapper, his dark mind, and his popularity if you want to diss him. And let's just say it's not everyone's cup of tea to mess with the rap godded. You know that many rappers consider Eminem to be a mentor, like 50 Cent, who talked about his friendship with Slim Shady in an interview with Music Choice. Betty mentioned how Eminem helped him out in his career, and that's one of the major reasons why their friendship is so important to him. He even talked about the super disproportion and selective nature of the award system. Mostly he was just trying to highlight the fact that 50 Cent doesn't really have all those awards to back up his talent. He doesn't have the trophies, and even the one Grammy he's got for Crack a Bottle wouldn't be possible without Eminem. At least that's what he says. So one Grammy I have is for Cracker Bottle. I couldn't even have that without him. That's why I have so much value for him. Not just in my career, just in my life. Having said that, when it comes to rappers hating Eminem 50, Cent chose the wrong way to defend his friend. He went along racial lines, putting him in a battle rap. Context, in fact, he said hip-hop is black music. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is. On top of that, he doesn't think that even the best black artist out there will be able to beat Eminem face. Two-Face, and while I'm at it, a lot of people consider Jay-Z equal or even better than Eminem. And to that, 50 Cent pointed out that M's out there selling 60 million records more than him. So how exactly are they equal? And yes, before you say it, the Queen's rapper definitely admitted that has sounded a bit better, but that doesn't mean he wasn't telling the truth. At least for him, and let's not forget the relationship Eminem and 50 Cent share. After all, did we already forget the Super Bowl? Eminem wasn't even ready to go out on stage and give an epic performance if 50 Cent was kicked off lineup, but that's a story for another day. The fact is, 50 Cent knows not everyone in the industry is a fan of Eminem, and he's not the only rapper who talked about this. Even Busta Rhymes says rappers are terrified of Eminem, but he's put him on the same pedestal as a bunch of other notable rappers like Nas and Jay-Z at the same time. He's talked about how these, what he calls them, dangerously lyrical artists aren't on every song out there, and that's mostly because there's a fear factor. The one I've mentioned earlier, the fact that most artists don't want to risk anything for the sake of it. Sometimes you're really not sure if you're gonna be happy with what you asked for. Do you really want to ridicule yourself on your own record? Like if you're out there trying to win over some fans by dissing artists like Eminem going for career suicide? That's all. On the other hand, there's a burning question: are features really that important? Well, as Busta said a long time ago, when some artists couldn't carry a record on their own, something like a feature would have been a game changer. But record companies died over 10 years ago, and a lot of dudes had to figure it out on their own. Sometimes sticking with the novelty of anim popping in the market seemed to be the easiest way to make it, and that's when features became more important along the way, even for big names in the industry. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those were the real reasons why rappers are scared of Eminem.